I'm also shocked that Beyonce's nowhere on this list.
But God had other plans for me, and I was able to create in ways that were like very sincere and genuine or organic and authentic to the things that I love.
That Beyonce held off on this whole album until Prince, until this entire weekend kind of blew over.
You guys, hold on to your wigs because Wendy Williams just did the unthinkable. She leaked a video clip of Rihanna that Jay-Z himself was allegedly begging her to keep under wraps. And guess what? It's not just gossip anymore. This footage could blow up everything we thought we knew. Yes, you heard that right. This leak might be the smoking gun the industry has tried desperately to bury.
Gorgeous, a stab to my self-esteem.
Insiders say this clip could directly connect Jay-Z to the scandalous Diddy investigation, and now whispers of Jay possibly being dragged into court are growing louder by the hour. Wendy says the footage doesn't just expose secrets, it connects dots. Big dots, major players, hidden power moves. And Jay, he's allegedly been scrambling like mad behind the scenes to stop the footage from ever seeing daylight. But Wendy wasn't having it.
There was Diddy, and there was a male celebrity who was unnamed at the time, and also a female celebrity.
Well, that unnamed celebrity is now named. She refiled the lawsuit on Sunday.
Could this be the final blow that pulls Jay-Z into Diddy's legal nightmare? Let's unravel it all. First, Wendy's been in the headlines a lot. Her health, her finances, her public image. But the real explosion came when she dared to whisper Beyonce's name. Jaguar Wright came out swinging, claiming Beyonce is a manipulative queen who could end Wendy's career in a snap if she wanted to. I'm a fan, Wendy said, but even fans gotta tell the truth when they see it. Social media exploded with the debate. Has Beyonce always played nice to stay on top, or has she been stepping on necks all these years? And now, buckle up, people are saying stars like her have straight up copied others, shut down new talent, and paid them to stay silent. But this ain't your usual celebrity drama. This is Beyonce, the icon, the flawless queen who's had the cleanest image in the game. So, for these allegations to even exist, yeah, it's serious.
Oh, Beyonce. Yeah, right?
Allegations of Beyonce using her industry power to crush rising stars, that's a whole different level. Most fans laughed off Wendy's words. She's just messy, they said. Queen Bee would never. But now, receipts are surfacing, and Wendy might actually have proof.
The alleged woman over in allegedly Trinidad with the alleged 10-year-old alleged son, allegedly by Jay-Z. Beyonce's trying to keep up with her.
Let's not forget who Wendy Williams is. She's the boldest voice in daytime TV history, and now she's doubling down, dragging Rihanna, Jay-Z, and even Diddy into the spotlight. She claims Rihanna has been under massive pressure from the very same people who were supposed to protect her, Jay and Diddy. These three have long dominated headlines, but now their complicated triangle is being dissected like never before. Rumors about Jay-Z and Rihanna's relationship go way back, way before Beyonce was even in the picture, or so they say.
I met her that day. I knew she was a star. Like, just her look, the way she walked into a room.
Remember Beyonce's angry anthem, Ring the Alarm, from 2006? Rumor Mill says that was her subliminal shout-out to Jay-Z's alleged side fling with Rihanna. The lyrics straight up call him a dog. But Beyonce's camp was quick to shut that narrative down. Then came the big twist. Publicist Jonathan Hay, who once worked with Rihanna, admitted to making up the affair story just to give Rihanna's career a boost. Yep, he apologized to both Jay and Riri, saying it was awkward. But honey, the damage was done. Rihanna met Jay-Z in 2004 when she was barely a teenager. Just a scared girl from Barbados called into the Def Jam offices where Jay-Z, the big boss, sat waiting. In a throwback interview, Rihanna said she was shaking in her shoes, too terrified to even make eye contact with him. But their connection sparked instantly, and that moment launched her global stardom. Despite the headlines and scandals that followed, Jay and Rihanna's bond has remained strangely intact over the years, especially with Jay-Z publicly supporting her when she was announced as the 2023 Super Bowl halftime show headliner. But now their shared past is being put under a magnifying glass.
When I met her that day, I knew she was a star. Like, just her look, the way she walked into a room and her confidence, and she performed in my office.
Rihanna's rise wasn't all glitz. She was a young girl with big dreams, auditioning for Jay-Z, the man who held her fate in his hands. That meeting at Def Jam was so intense that Rihanna still remembers it like it happened yesterday. She even posted on IG about it, describing how cold and nervous she was, how she sat shaking across from Jay-Z himself. Some fans rewatched that moment and said Jay-Z looked cold, dismissive, even condescending. Others think he was just joking, trying to lighten the mood, but some sharp-eyed watchers say his tone revealed how he really treats the women in his orbit, especially behind closed doors. Things only got darker from there. In 2009, the world was rocked by Chris Brown's violent attack on Rihanna. But later, Chris tried to flip the narrative, claiming Rihanna gave him herpes and that was the cause of their massive fallout. In a jaw-dropping $10 million 0 cents lawsuit, Chris accused Rihanna of never telling him about her condition and claimed she framed him for abuse to protect her own image. According to Chris, this wasn't just emotional pain, it was mental torture. He claimed she gaslit him, made him question his own sanity, and left him devastated. That discovery of blisters, he said, ruined everything, even his plans to propose. His song, Don't Wake Me Up, he says that was a goodbye letter to a love gone terribly wrong.
Too much light in this window. Don't wake me up.
And then things spiraled. Chris said Rihanna's lies cost him endorsements, fame, and peace of mind. But just when you thought it couldn't get more scandalous, a male model came forward, saying he too contracted herpes after being with Rihanna. Cue utter chaos. But who gave Rihanna herpes in the first place? Jaguar Wright didn't hold back. She straight up accused Jay-Z.
People don't understand what happened that night. And that's because Jay-Z worked so hard to change the narrative of that night.
Wright said Jay-Z, known for mentoring younger artists, especially attractive ones, might have crossed boundaries with Rihanna early in her career. She said Jay was involved with her when she was still just a rising star under his label, and he may have been the one to pass the infection to her. If that's true, it connects everything, Rihanna, Chris Brown, the herpes, all back to Jay-Z. Jay-Z's infidelity isn't exactly a secret anymore. He even rapped about cheating on Beyonce. But these claims, they go way beyond rumors. They go back to 2004 when Rihanna was only 15 and was flown in to meet Jay-Z at Def. And according to sources, Jay-Z allegedly told her there were only two ways she was leaving, with a contract or out the window. That's not a joke. That's terrifying.
There are two ways to leave here, either through the door with the deal sign or through this window, and we're on the 29th floor. So he was like, where's the pen? Where's the paper? I'm signing.
Rihanna signed on the spot. With Jay-Z as her mentor, she skyrocketed to fame. Hits like Umbrella dominated charts. But people always whispered that something more was happening behind the scenes, especially since Beyonce reportedly broke up with Jay for a whole year during that time. It wasn't just jealousy, it was suspicion. It was fear. Celebrity biographer J. Randy Tar-Burrell wrote that the alleged affair between Rihanna and Jay-Z tore Beyonce apart, enough to walk away. And then there's Foxy Brown. Her allegations are downright chilling. Foxy Brown wasn't just a rising rap queen. She was a teenager when Jay-Z allegedly entered her life, and what she said next left the entire internet speechless. She claimed Jay-Z took her V-card when she was only 15. Let that sink in, he was 27. According to rumors, Jay-Z showered her with gifts, paying for her hair, her nails, her shopping, all while she was still in high school. This wasn't mentorship. This was manipulation masked as mentorship. And then it got darker.
In the beginning, we'd jump in the van, we'd go to Maryland, we'd go anywhere. You know what I'm saying?
Allegedly, Foxy dropped a bomb that made fans gasp. She said Jay-Z had a thing for trans people, and she only found out after one began harassing her, claiming a connection to Jay. But it doesn't stop there.
I think about what I'm gonna say. Okay. You know what I'm saying? I think about what I'm gonna do.
She said during a private meeting with Jay-Z, there was a tape, a video recording. And guess who else was reportedly involved? Jamie Foxx. Yup. The Jamie Foxx. Known for playing Wanda on In Living Color, Foxy claimed Jay-Z made her sign NDAs, multiple gag orders, to silence her about what allegedly happened between the three of them. A full-blown threesome caught on tape. And then the tape mysteriously disappeared from her home. Foxy is convinced Jay-Z had it stolen If true, this goes way beyond scandal. This is cover-up level behavior. People are asking, what are these celebrities hiding? And Foxy didn't stop at the threesome tea. She also said Jay-Z had a much closer relationship with ex-NBA player Larry Johnson than fans knew. She hinted it wasn't just a business arrangement for Rocawear, but something more personal, intimate even. But what really set the gossip world on fire? Foxy's words about Beyonce. She said Beyonce was just as much a victim of Jay-Z's lifestyle as anyone else. She claimed Beyonce had been infected, and no, she didn't mean emotionally. Fans lost it. Did Foxy mean Beyonce was physically affected by Jay-Z's promiscuous past? That's the theory, spreading like wildfire, and now fans are digging even deeper. They're looking at Rihanna and Jay-Z's collaborations with new eyes. Like their hit The Monster, many believe it's not just about inner demons, it's a cry for help, a hidden message from Rihanna about being trapped by the monsters of the industry, Jay-Z and Diddy. And Wendy Williams took it all and ran straight into danger. Some fans now think Beyonce might be behind Wendy's shocking diagnosis of frontotemporal dementia and progressive aphasia. Yes, that's serious. They point to a moment back in 2011, Wendy made headlines after questioning Beyonce's pregnancy on live TV. She played a clip from an Australian interview where Beyonce's baby bump appeared to fold under her dress. Fans were shook, thinking the bump was fake. Wendy even said, "During my pregnancy, I could never sit like that. You don't fold like a pancake with a real baby," Wendy once said, mocking Beyonce's infamous belly fold. Years later, a clip of that moment resurfaced on X with a chilling caption, "This is what happens when you mess with Beyonce and Jay-Z." The video then shows Wendy's rapid health decline, and now fans are connecting the dots. Did the power couple curse her? Mentally silence her? To make it worse, Wendy's own guardian just filed a sealed lawsuit against A&E to block her documentary. Fans are wondering, why silence her now? What are they hiding? Wendy was quietly moved to Florida in 2023, and when radio host Ms. Jones tried to check in, she was told, "You're months too late." Wendy had been improving, then spiraled. Her family says she was cut off from her son, her friends, even her money. Wendy allegedly blames it all on Jay-Z and Diddy, believing they're using their power to destroy her. Meanwhile, Kanye West has also turned on Jay-Z, calling out the Grammys as rigged and accusing Jay of using numerology and rituals to gain power. And let's not forget when Wendy said Diddy once sent his girl group Total to confront her at the radio station. Only her boyfriend stopped it from going down. Now, with Diddy's properties raided and those mystery tapes found, maybe that footage Jay-Z begged Wendy not to leak is finally out. Wendy fired the first shot. Now the world watches who falls next.